And here's the difference between a leader and a politician. A politician would always move with a program, but a leader would always come with a vision. A politician wants to be elected so he can become a president. A leader just wants to build a nation, and I really want to build a nation. I'm a king. I decided to make sure I'm one of the people that would go down in history with the legacy of adding value to humanity, value to nature, and value to this world. And that's the beginning of my story. That's where I began my journey from. When I decided to be responsible for myself, for my decisions, for the things that I have to do, I was just 13 years old. But I was still being taken care by my mother and my brothers. Now I am in Accra, and I have friends in secondary school, nice guys. They like all the good things, jama, alcohol, women, lifestyle. I always remembered that I had a plan and I had taken a decision. So that kept me on a different path. And by the time I was 15, guaranteed that I was already a businessman inside. I was a man when I was already considered as a boy. Going to college, I had to move to England, and I thought that it was going to be simple because it's arbitrary, where every one of you probably want to go. But my college times was not the best time for me because I wasn't as interested in education as much as I used to be. Some of you will go through these problems. It was my hardest time in life. I needed to choose whether my life was going towards books or my life was going towards my vision. Now, I'm not saying that the books is not as good as the vision, but I'm saying that there comes a time you really need to choose what you want to do after you take a decision. You know what? Everybody will be going out there at one point to chase this money. But before you go there to do that, I am sharing a story with you that money is not supposed to be chased because you're not going to get a lot of it when you chase it. Money is going to come to great thinkers. I was lucky to discover this at an early age. I didn't want to value myself for an hour. The first job I got was in McDonald's. I didn't like it because I was already selling clothes at the back of a car boot, and it was making me more money than the hour that they marked me in McDonald's. So I had to quit the job. But I said to myself, I'm worth hundreds of dollars in an hour. So what am I doing here? I am using time to call for my riches. I am using time to call for my value. You are doing the same. You're using time to educate yourself. If you don't plan it well and you think you're going to chase money or riches, I'm sorry, you might end up being in someone else's shop or organization who will tell you what you're worth in an hour. Shout out to all of you who are already responsible for their lives and for themselves. But don't be responsible for yourself alone. Remember, the woman and the man that raised you in that building is waiting for you to take care of them one day. Now, you might say, what is he doing? He has a business. Why can't he concentrate on the business? He has money. Why can't he just spend his money and live life good? Why does he want to be in politics? No, I don't want to be in politics. I don't even understand politics. In fact, I don't even know how to become an assemblyman because I don't know anything about it. But one thing I know for sure is that the good God has governed me so well to become a leader. And here's the difference between a leader and a politician. A politician would always move with a program, but a leader would always come with a vision. A politician wants to be elected so he can become a president. A leader just wants to build a nation. And I really want to build a nation. I don't want to be the one that will promise you. It's not a good thing to practice. But I want to be that leader that you know that have a purpose, a vision, and the power to build, to add value, to create and earn, have wealth. Why did I decide to do this? And I'm going to tell you why, and you're going to understand me very well. I studied the numbers. There's 628,000 people that are graduating from Ghana every year. And out of the 628,000, less than 10% vacancies are available in this country. That's a big problem. Your problem is my problem. And even if you're not seeing that your problem is a problem to you, I've already seen it, and I'm coming with a solution for it. What happens to the other 90%? They become jobless. If I can have just 100 people in university next year and thinking like entrepreneurs who are empowered to build wealth, the economy will start changing. The life will start changing, because I don't want you to leave this university without you making use of your network in either Legon or Kumasi or Takrade. The beginning of this country becoming a middle-class country is we thinking about the youngest people, how they can become successful and live an average life with an average salary. And these are some of the strategies. Now, I might not be in a position to say because I'm not your government, but take it from me. I'm a leader that the little that I know, you can do well with it. The little that I will share with you, you would at least get somewhere with it. I believe so. I have learned from different types of people. And these different types of people, some were very smart, but some were very dumb. What I learned from the dumb person is that I don't want to be like that. What I learned from the wise person is that, wow, if I can add my smartness to this wiseness, I will have superpower. There is no problem when you win. You will earn. But sometimes you're going to fail. Don't worry. Learn. Learn and start again. Start all over again. I think that from today, we as the youth of Ghana, we are starting all over again with the mentality that we're going to calculate our time to build our future and create businesses around the world that we belong to. You know, when someone sees you building, they think you should build low-income houses, or you should build hospitals, you should build this, but I'm going to tell you what happens when I want to just build a low-income housing for the average people. Guess what? I will lose all my capital, because I'm going to build 2,000 homes, and then there will be no offices around it. There will be no businesses around it. The people that are going to live in the homes, they have to travel 20 kilometers a day to work, 20 kilometers back. In 8 years, they would have spent more money on transport than they're buying the house. So it's about our development in the nation. I have a strategy. I have a town planning strategy. I can give you hospitals in all your regions. But first of all, you need to build platforms which is industrializing the product that you're going to use in the hospital. Because if you're going to bring the hospital staff from outside, it will not work. Okay? It would not work. So I want to build hospitals for Ghana, and it won't just be me. It will be Ghanaians building it. They will see the value. They will be in a place where there is a factory here, there's people here getting paid, they can afford to pay their fees, they can afford to go to the hospital, so they don't rely on the government. I have taken some bad decisions, and it has given me some setbacks. But you know, what is life if you cannot learn? Who are you if you feel like you're perfect? It's not fun anymore. Sometimes we have to make mistakes. The mistakes will come from the decision that we've taken. And this is what makes us realize even a bad person from far. Because you've had experience with people people who have contributed to the decision you took, and you will never forget the look of their faces, the shape of their eyebrow, how they were telling you something that you thought it was the truth, but it was a lie. You know, I learned from all of these bad decisions